What's good, guys? It's gonna be my video for my Raw review, April 4th, 2011. Showing off there like 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I was just watching a little bit of Tough Enough. Then I realized it's on. They replay it for the next two until like 2 o'clock. So figured I'd do this now. Pretty good so far. Man, Bill DeMott got fucking huge. I mean, he was big before, but damn. Um, but anyway, right off the bat, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna wait till the end of the video to talk about it. Mark it down, guys. April 1st, 2012, Miami, Florida, Sun Life Stadium, WrestleMania 28. Your main event, it's already set, one-on-one. The match we've all been fucking waiting for the last few years will happen. John Cena, one-on-one versus The Rock. Uh, wow. Cena and called out The Rock tonight, and I guess that's what The Rock's big announcement was. Issued the challenge. Rock versus Cena, WrestleMania 28. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I get tickets for that show because that's a once-in-a-lifetime match, and I know it's a year from now, so a lot can change, but that match, it's already set in stone. WWE, they already confirmed it. So wow, I'm so fucking pumped. This match is gonna happen. Possibly a Cena heel turn sometime within the next year. This year, so never know. But so I'm just gonna get right to the Raw review, guys. But I've just had to get that out of the way first. I couldn't hold it. That just awesome. Oh man. So Raw is from the Phillips Arena tonight in Atlanta. Wrapping up like WrestleMania week. They're taping SmackDown there tomorrow too, I believe. So Raw opens up from Phillips Arena with JR and King at ringside, and I was like, holy shit, JR's back. Fuck yeah. Like, oh man, this is awesome, just like old times. Um, and Triple H's music hits, so the out comes the game to a nice pop, and he's got a nice, sick shirt on, new shirt, I like it. The crowd, you could tell, this crowd was good tonight. Not as good as the Chicago crowd as last week's Raw, but this was still a pretty damn good crowd. They looked, they were hot all night. So Triple H comes out, he says, "I gotta be honest, the most tired and beat up I've ever been in my life." He talks about his match with Taker last night. He says, "I'm not a guy who gets rattled or nervous, but when Taker walked down that ramp last night, I almost hyperventilated. I was so nervous or anxious, something like that." He said, "I've never hit anyone as hard or beat on anyone as hard as I had with the Undertaker last night, but Taker just kept on coming back, kept on coming back." He says, Taker and I left everything we had in that ring last night." He says, "Apparently for me it wasn't good enough." Triple H says, "I've been struggling with it all day today." He said, "What I saw last night was being carried out on that stretcher after the match, or cart, whatever Taker was carried off on, was a man. A man willing to destroy himself to keep his streak intact." And Triple H says, a lot of people are saying that that's it, that Taker's done and not coming back. And he says, "I don't buy it." He says, "I came out here to say one thing," and he took off his shades he had on and looked right into the camera and said, "Thank you, dead man." And that got a nice pop from the fans, and well deservedly. These guys, Triple H got a really nice hand, and he was walking gingerly too. By the way, down to the ring because he was definitely bruised and beaten from last night. And he says, "You gave me the fight of my life." And Triple H says, "I believe you'll be back, and when you come back, I'll be waiting." So this feud doesn't look like it's over. So that's good stuff right there. I'm happy to know at least if Triple H is planning on retiring sometime this year, at least it's not right now. So, and I'm proud to say I witnessed that great match between those two last night. So really good stuff there. So into the promo, and Triple H poses for the crowd. Really good stuff there, and crowd gave him a really nice hand. Just good crowd tonight. And then JR and King put over their match, Triple H and Taker's last match last night. And JR says to King, "I heard a rumor, King, that Cole's going to call you out tonight or challenge you to a rematch." And King says, "Well, that's fine. That's why I got my ring gear on." And JR hypes Cena calling out The Rock later tonight as we go to the first commercial break of the night. Then back from commercial, JR hypes Stone Cold on Raw. Tonight we'll introduce a cast of Tough Enough. And out comes Cole in his gay-ass orange singlet, ton of heat for him. Says, "Despite the bias officiating by Stone Cold Steve Austin last night, I came out victorious." Says, "After WrestleMania last night, no one was talking about Undertaker's undefeated streak or The Rock. It says, everyone was talking about me." Cole says, "I'm 1-0 now at WrestleMania." And he says, "Now that HBK is in the Hall of Fame, everyone will refer to me as Mr. WrestleMania. I'm still so fucking pissed how they did that. I do not want to see this feud continue. I cannot fucking stand Michael Cole. I'm sorry, and especially after tonight, I wanted to like jump through my TV into my TV and just or fly to Atlanta and kick the absolute shit out of Cole myself because that's how much I hate this piece of shit. I don't care if he's doing his job and like it's all his character or whatever. Because I've heard, that a video I posted, it's actually getting to his head. I mean, this dude deserves nothing short of an actual beatdown to where the point where he's just quivering on the ground, picking up his fucking teeth. God, I hate Michael Cole. So yeah. So then King tells Cole, and that's another thing. Really, King's first WrestleMania, he's been in the business like 20 years or so, and he loses and Cole, who's not even a wrestler, gets the win. Yeah, that's pretty fucking fair. So then King tells Cole to shut his pile and says, "You didn't beat me last night. A stupid computer did, if you know what I mean." King tells Cole that in his record book, you may be a winner, but King says, "To me, you'll always be a worthless jackass." And that was cool to hear. I swear TV 14's get coming closer. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's just because lately, because The Rock and Stone Cold have been around, but I don't know. It's just nice to hear swearing again. And Cole tells King to get over himself, and Cole says, King, you should just tell everyone I was the better man last night." And Cole says, "How about we have a rematch tonight?" King says, "Oh, it's on." And Cole's walking down the ring with a stupid little smile on his face, and Cole's like, "Oh, I'm not talking about a rematch between you two, me and you from last night. I already beat you. That'd be stupid." He says, "It'll be a rematch of last week's match on Raw between you and this man." Jack Swagger comes out. It's the first match tonight. Jack Swagger versus Jerry the King Lawler. This match lasted 4 minutes. Very short. Not much to it. Swagger made King tap to the ankle lock, but Cole interfered so the ref reversed the decision, making King your winner, which I was happy about. And then after the match, Cole goes to his little pussy fucking cave or whatever the hell it is. Got some barbecue sauce, and he's like, "What the hell is this, JR? Like, why are you doing this in here? Like, what is this doing in here? Why? That's my, like, seat or whatever. This is my show." And he squirts barbecue sauce onto JR, and I almost just, like, lost it, because I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And the crowd was like, "Oh," and JR just like, "Are you fucking serious?" And he chased he just walked after Cole, chased after him to the back, and Cole, while he was running away, kept squirting behind him his little barbecue sauce. Like, I'm sorry, what a fucking pussy. Like, my God, what a bitch. And nice tattoos, man, you little fucking pasty skin looking douchebag. God, I really despise Michael Cole. Like, I honestly, if I woke up tomorrow and heard he'd gotten a fatal car accident and died immediately on impact, I don't care how terrible that sounds, I'd clap and fucking crack open a beer and toast with someone, because that's how happy I'd be. I hate the fucking piece of shit. And people, go ahead and give me heat all you want for that. I really don't care. He just takes it too far, and I fucking hate him. So yeah. So after that, JR chases King in the back. So I was like, great. We go to commercial. Before commercial, we see Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes is up next. We go to commercial. Back from commercial, we get a stat from WrestleMania attendance last night. And now, so Cole now is all of a sudden back on commentary in his stupid little singlet. He was in the whole night, back in his like fucking pussy ass coal mine. I was just like, great. I was really pumped, so pumped to see JR call Raw for the first time in so long. But of course, no, can't happen. So I'm wondering, this feud between King and Cole's obviously going to continue, but I wonder if JR is going to get involved to where there could be a match, maybe between the two, where the stipulation is if JR wins, he's back on Raw announcing. Who knows? And if Cole loses, he's gone. That'd be fucking awesome. All I know is by the time summer comes around, Michael Cole better be either fucking just gone from WWE, just gone somewhere, or just disappeared. I don't want to hear his voice anymore. Or at least just go back to SmackDown, like, just don't be on Raw anymore. So yeah, after that whole thing, Josh Matthews and Booker T are on commentary now, which I was like, all right, at least those two are there. So back from commercial, out comes Randy Orton with a nice pop, and then followed by Rey Mysterio, who was decked out in all white tonight, looked pretty sick. Now next, Cody Rhodes, and man, I love his new theme so much, and the mini-tron, it was just like on last night, the Titantron, the newspaper headlines like Cody Rhodes disfigured, like Rhodes looks like a monster or whatever, and just really cool. And came out in that same black like hoodie thing. Just looked really cool. I'm really digging Cody Rhodes, this new gimmick. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Now comes CM Punk to a nice pop. And he had a new Nexus shirt on. It was pretty cool. So I'm guessing Nexus isn't done because he still had the Nexus armband. And he was sporting a new Nexus shirt tonight. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. So yeah, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. This is the best match of the night. This went well with commercials. This went 17 minutes. It was a good match, solid tag team match. The finish came when Mysterio hit 619 on Cody Rhodes, and he turned around to an RKO from Orton. And Punk scurried to the back. So Randy and Ray won the tag match. So then backstage, there was a cool segment, Stone Cold and Triple H. I couldn't quite tell what Stone Cold said. He said something to Triple H, something along the lines of like, if something happens, like something or so and so happens tonight, I'll be there. I don't know. I didn't quite catch what he said, but Stone Cold then congratulates Trips on his match last night, and Triple H says, "Thanks a lot. That means a lot, man. Thank you." And they shake hands and walk off. That was just as cool seeing Austin and Rock last night because Austin and Triple H they've had great history together. Those three of those guys, they all had rivalries with each other at one point in their careers. Really great. So Austin walks off after they shake hands. Looks like he's heading to the ring. So we get hyped again for Cena calling out The Rock later. We go to commercial. Then back commercial, we get yet another Sin Cara promo. I was waiting for him to debut tonight. Now comes Stone Cold to a huge pop. And then Cole is actually talking shit about him during his entrance. Can you believe this fucking pussy? And where's your ATV tonight? Like, shut up. And Stone Cold says, if you're ready to meet the cast of Tough Enough, give me a hell yeah. So out comes the cast of Tough Enough. 14 people. 7. I don't know if it was 7 even. It looked like there were more dudes and chicks. But yeah, Miss USA is fucking sexy. So he puts the kids over and talks about how hard workers they are, and puts over his fellow Tough Enough trainers. And he says, I'm going to give all these kids a chance to introduce themselves right now. He's like, pass the torch around or whatever, or the horn around. He's like, be quick. So, well, they'll introduce themselves. I didn't, take notes on what their names were or whatever. Some big looking, some big dudes though, and some of the girls are pretty sexy. So, and then after they introduce themselves, the Miz interrupts Stone Cold. Are you serious, Miz? And Cole gets up out of his coal mine, stands on his table in his stupid little singlet. He's like, yes, finally! He just jizzed his pants pretty much, and there's 2-inch dick or whatever. His pussy got wet. Whatever the fuck he's got down underneath that fucking belt buckle. My guess is a sandy vagina. So then Miz says, "You're right, Stone Cold. Back when I was on Top Enough, all I heard were the voices telling me to go back to the real world." He said, "After last night, no one can ever tell me that again." We see the Miz smacking his head last night on concrete and Cena when they got tossed over the barricade. That was brutal, man. Props to Miz for continuing the match after that. And Miz heads to the ring and tells that there was a big black dude with a fro, and he said, "Move, buckwheat." It's pretty funny. And he taunts them, and he says, "This is the closest any of you will ever be to winning the WWE Championship." And Miz asks Stone Cold if he has one more run in him, and crowd, he's like, I want to know. I'm thinking what these people are thinking or whatever. Like, you have one more run in you? Like, do you have one more run in you? And crowd chants one more match. And Miz says, "Steve, let's see if you can have one more match or whatever." Stone Cold tells the Tough Enough cast to leave the ring, and then while Stone Cold isn't looking, Miz cheap shot him, and then Alex Riley gangs up on him, and Miz leaves the ring right away. So Stone Cold and Alex Riley are going at it, and A-Ry's actually beating him down the corner, and Cole's like, "Yeah, show him who's boss, A-Ry." And Stone Cold ends up whooping Alex Riley's ass, and he did some of his old moves. He was stomping him, muddle him in the corner, hit him with some right hands, Luthes press, that elbow drop off the ropes, then hit him with a stunner. And let's see. Oh yeah, after I forgot, but after sorry guys, Stick around for part 2.